Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Max Sports Attack. The UFL is here, and it is here to stay. We already know the superstar kicker, Brandon Aubrey, came from the XFL, and we already have one of the great kick returners in the league come from the XFL as well, as he still plays with Dallas. But one of the things that they took from the XFL was some rules, and one of the rules was the kickoff rule. And the UFL has just announced some new rules for this 2026 season, which is very exciting. Very exciting. And it makes you wonder if they work out well. Would the NFL be willing to incorporate some of them in the future, man? So these are some cool rules that they are incorporating. And I also think it might bring some viewership to the games because it's like, shit, I want to see some of these in action. So let's get started with it. The 4-point field goal. That is insane. That is crazy. That will change the game immensely. 4-point field goal if it is longer than 60 yards. Brandon Aubrey has only been in the league for a couple seasons, as he did start in the UFL. And he originally started as a professional soccer player in the MLS. And he has 6 60-yard field goals already, which is the most in the NFL. So if people are starting to do a little more, I mean, let's be real. A 66-yard field goal and a 30-yard field goal should not equal the same. So we have a 4-point field goal now. Imagine a team down in the last seconds. They can't get any offense going. They're down by 3, and they choose to go and take a kneel down to make the field goal 62 yards instead of 58. And they said, we don't want to tie. We want to go for the win. Imagine the excitement of you sitting there like, oh shit, this can actually happen. This can actually change the whole landscape of football. So the 4-point field goal, I agree with this. Plus 60 yards should count more. This is going to be a very interesting one I want to see in action too. And I can only imagine the sidelines will be even hyper knowing you make a field goal that is a 4-point play. And then they got, you cannot punt once you're past midfield. This is pretty dope. I mean, the NFL is proven to have a lot more aggressive calling in recent memory when it comes to 4th down conversions. And, you know, they show the analytics and all this now. So, shoot, if everybody wants to do it, let's enforce it as a rule, okay? Let's keep this game interesting. I think it will make, you know, every drive more intensified, and it should increase scoring, because if you can't punt and we get the ball at the 45 because you messed up on a 4th and 2, we are now close, damn near the midfield. We have a better chance to score. So you cannot punt once you're past the 50. It sounds crazy. It sounds like it doesn't make sense. But I think it could be exciting. I think it can change the dynamic of aggressive play calling and bring some more excitement to the game as well. And then you only need 1 foot in bounds like college, man. That's pretty dope, especially because the UFL is, no disrespect to you guys, don't give me no smoke, but it's seen as a developmental league more for the NFL than the big time pros. So I think it makes more sense for people who are coming from college and, you know, they just want to make that transition, and it should give them a lot more opportunity to make plays, right? Now, do I think the NFL should ever incorporate this? No. I think if you make it to the NFL, you're the elite of the elite, and you need the 2 feet in bounds. And I like seeing how acrobatic and athletic players are to contort their body and get those 2 feet in. It just shows you how much of a pro they are. But in the UFL, you're not at the NFL level. Let's go ahead and put 1 foot in, and it's a catch. And what they're looking to see is if it would pretty much take out a lot of officiating errors, because there's a lot of times when they're like, was 2 feet in? I don't know. Did he get enough steps in? Da-da-da. Well, there's no question. 1 foot in is a catch, right? And then they banned the tush push. I think the NFL wants to do this so bad. They want to do it so bad. And I don't know if there's some politics or whatever that's holding it back. But the UFL said, nope, get it out of here. and it's not conducive to our game. Now, I am a firm believer, though, and especially in the pros and the top level, you should be able to stop it, right? You should be able to stop it. If you can't stop it, that's on you. But I agree with this stop the tush push, quarterback sneak is still available, right? And I don't know why. Like, why don't people do like the wildcat to get the first down? You know, put the running back on the center. But hey, excluding the tush push is exciting as well. And then, you know, last but not least, my favorite, one of my favorite. I think the 4-point field goal is my favorite. But one of my favorite, and I always wonder this every year with the NFL. We're in the damn pros. Why the hell are we having ties? Why? If we're going to overtime anyway, the players are tired anyway. One of the reasons I heard is, oh, it eliminates games getting super long and you know, injuries. You put the ball at the 5-yard line, how many more extra plays are they going to have? They're not going to play like another quarter. Put the damn ball, college football rules, and somebody has to win. We're in the pros, man. This isn't soccer. I'm a soccer player, so I'm not shitting on soccer for any stretch of the imagination. But this is not soccer. This is professional football. Men are laying their lives on the line, hitting, clawing, scratching to get yards. And then you're going to tell me at the end of the game it's a tie? Get that ish out of here. I love it. Overtime, changing. They said they're going to put it at the 5-yard line until somebody wins. I respect that. I believe in that. UFL, thank you for this. Hopefully, they have some overtime moments and it becomes their most viral videos. And then the NFL gives it a real look to incorporate themselves. But I want to shout out to UFL for this innovation on, you know, bringing some new rules and excitement to the game. Last year, I didn't watch much UFL, even though I do respect them. But I definitely will be watching this season to see those overtime rules, the 4-point, the 4-point field goal, indeed, and some of the other innovations they have with officiating and things like that as well. Do you think that the NFL should incorporate any of these, or you think that there's going to be UFL gimmicks? Let me know in the comments. I think it's exciting times. I appreciate you watching. I'm the Max Sports Attack, and I'm out.